I'm just telling you, it saved me $100. I didn't pay the bill and I didn't pay the attorney. So life was good then. My son got a ticket going the wrong way, and they were able to get that amended, adjusted, no points on his license. So his insurance rates didn't go up, right? How many of us got insurance and it's already way too expensive? No offense, Mr. Moore. It's expensive. So we give you assistance with that. I have another business partner that explains if you're on vacation down in Florida and you come back and you zoom through Georgia and Tennessee and Kentucky, you get a ticket in all three of them. I would have slowed down. But if you do, without our kind of service, your choice is only to pay the bill and plead out. With our service, you come home, you call ELSM, you fax them or email them a copy of your tickets, and they will give you representation in the counties in each of those states to go to court on your behalf and get those tickets amended or possibly dropped. We do that for you. We also give you civil trial defense because Mr. Stonecipher said that's the key to this business. So we give you civil trial defense gifted to you from day one at 60 hours for you and your family and your children up to the age of 26. And what that means to you is that you can call the attorney if you get named in a civil suit, and then they will assign an attorney to represent you for that, up to 60 hours. Go ahead.
That cover concealed carry situation?
If you are named in a civil suit, not a criminal suit,
well,
you would be covered.
Civil, that's not criminal.
It would be if you shoot them. That'd be criminal. They're going to name you and apply a criminal charge. But the beauty to that is, as a member with us, you also get access to our attorney system to get at least a 25% discount on our attorneys to help you with that. So in a concealed carry case, if you were named for some reason, you would have a substantial discount because 75 cents versus $1 is pretty cheap. And you've got attorneys that have been vetted and put in place. The average attorney law firm has been with us 19 years. ELSM out of Chicago has been with us over 20 years. The bail judge in St. Louis has been around since 1932, and they've been with us 17 years. So we rate our attorneys every time a member uses them. So our attorneys are rated and vetted, including our referral attorneys. So we provide that to you. If you're in need of an attorney 24/7, you actually have access via your member card, or we do have an app on a phone. You can hit the red button, or you can call the 800 number on the back of the card and speak to an attorney 24/7 in case of an emergency. So if you're pulled over in the middle of the night, you really don't know why for, you can pick up the phone, call into our hotline, and we'll connect you with an attorney in the state that you're traveling in, or that this occurs in, and that attorney will walk you through that or even speak to the law officer as needed. Once again, that would be considered a crime, and it would be covered under 25% consultation, 25% discount on consultation and representation. This is a great ticket, or a great question about a ticket. So, again, because it's not a moving violation, that's kind of where that falls, but that's only the first time I've ever had that one asked. So anyway, that's what we do. Our membership is very easy. It's guaranteed, guaranteed issue. So if you want the plan, we issue the plan. There's a $10 enrollment fee, and you can choose what plan or both plans if you want. So if you chose both plans and you're a family, it'd be $39.90, a little more than $1 a day, to have access to reputable law firms in every state for anything that you want, as often as you want. And most of us are old enough to realize random happens, and the only true law is Murphy's Law, right? If you're an individual, if you're a single person, you have no dependents, you have no spouse, we do have a discounted rate for that, that we can take care of. And if you're married with dependents, but you only want your identity theft covered, you can do that for the $9.95.
How long is that price good for?
Forever. Here's the thing with that. If you join us, we've never raised rates on a member as long as they don't change their plan in 43 years. We have people that have been with us 30 years still paying $11.95 for legal coverage out of Oklahoma. And also here in Illinois. Right here in Quincy, there's a member that's been here on us for 28 years. So it's been around a long time. Any other questions? That was a very good question. Yes, sir.
How long is it going to be before all of our credit cards have the chip instead of this thing?
Yeah, that's a great question. It'd be this fall and next spring.
Because Europe has had it for years.
You're right. And the identity thieves have had years to overcome it. They walk around with briefcases and the readers in them, and they'll walk right up behind you in an airport or a mall and pick up your credit card. It's not a fix, folks. It's not a fix. It's just a change. And it's going to create more cost than it will be protection. That's a great question, though. I spent a lot of time on identity theft. There is no fix to it. 15 years in a row, the Federal Trade Commission says the #1 crime, consumer crime in America, and it's not getting better. It actually, debit card fraud or credit card fraud increased by 50% year over year in the last 14 months. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. And it's scary. The other thing that's changing October 1st, just to let you know, right now, when you become a victim of credit fraud and somebody steals your debit card information and uses it, the bank is liable for that money. October 1st, the laws change, and if you don't report it within 60 days, it's your liability. That's scary. Because if somebody stole your identity, they opened a new credit in Colorado, it would take the creditor and the collection agent probably a year to find you. The average is 14 months right now. And then you would have to dispute it. But according to the laws that change in October, you're responsible for the debt. So pretty scary. Anybody else got any questions? Again, I think it's a fantastic service. I've been with it 3 years. There's a lot of businesses. There's over 40 businesses in Quincy that offer it as an employee benefit to their employees. So one of the things that we try to do is get the word out. Great opportunity is to come to an association meeting like this where we get a bunch of different people from different areas of the community that can hear about it. The last thing I want to leave you with, and I'll turn this back over, and I apologize for going a little long. We also have business protection plans. So if you're a business owner, a sole owner, or you have a small business, we also have business plans that will protect you and also give you the opportunity for a flat rate on legal services, just like an individual. And as a business owner, your EIN number can be put onto your personal identity theft protection to be monitored. The #1 thing about an EIN is there is no protection in a financial institution on your EIN number. So if somebody took advantage of it and they ran up a bill or emptied your business bank account, there is no protection. It's up to the bank and the insurances to offset that. So if you have somebody monitoring, it's a great idea. Again, our monitoring just for the identity theft alone is $19.95. And that covers you, credit monitoring, privacy monitoring, everything. So, great idea with that. We're going to be in the back of the room to answer any questions for you. If for some reason you wanted to set up an appointment for us to come speak to you individually, we'd be glad to do that. Or if you have a need that we can cover for you, we do have some member applications in the back. Glenn, I appreciate the time to come up here and speak.